The Saginaw Chippewa Tribal College is part of a bigger group of tribal colleges that meet the needs of Native students. We offer 4 degrees. We have the science, the liberal arts, the business, and the Native studies.
I was looking long-term down the road, and the tribal college kind of built that foundation to become a student, just building a weekly schedule, being disciplined.
I decided that I wanted to do Native studies to learn the history, learn the tribal laws, tribal government, and really try to become a voice for my community and for myself and for my people.
The Native American Studies program allows students to explore the history and culture of the Anishinaabe and other Native American communities in a very holistic way. For our students, when they go through K-12 and even college courses at other universities, they don't get exposed to the history and culture that's their background, and often it's either left out or skimmed over. We work to bring a lot more depth to their understanding of history.
When I got to the tribal college, it told me the truth of what happened about the genocide to our people, but also really appreciated where we're at today and to be a proud Native American.
And our Native Studies program is divided into 3 sort of tracks. One is history and law, and there's a huge need for people in Native communities, urban and reservation, who have knowledge of law, whether it's advocates or lawyers, judges, because there's such a growing need. We also have a track in the arts and humanities for students who are interested in more of the traditional and contemporary arts, as well as the language, Anishinaabe one, which is also a need for a lot of communities, helping students learn the language so that they can go and teach and try to revitalize the language.
It helps the individual to find out who they are, to look at themselves, to put themselves in a context that they can identify and that they can relate to instead of having somebody tell us who we are. So I think it's real important for personal identity that we have those Native Studies programs.
It's also about the confidence that they have in learning their own history and culture and just feeling like they have a place in higher education and that their culture, their language, and their history is valued and appreciated. And they're able to take that with them into whatever field they decide to pursue.
I had my undergrad in 2.5 years after I graduated from the tribal college. That support system that I had at the tribal college, it wasn't as personal at the university level. They kind of built me as a student at the tribal college, so I wouldn't have got through university without the creation of a student at the tribal college.
There's definitely a lot of variety in what students can do once they get their degree. Some go right to a bachelor's degree program, but a lot of our students also finish their associates and they go to work in the community and they take those skills with them and that appreciation with them.
Just to have that real life experience, going through those studies, we can kind of expand out into our community services within the tribe here.
It gives you a really good foundation if you want to work in tribal communities. I'm currently attending Northern Michigan University via their global campus, working on a bachelor's in my Native American Studies program to continue building on the foundation that I already have from Saginaw Chippewa Tribal College. And I'm also working on a minor in criminal justice.